What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and what an interesting day yesterday was. Yesterday, obviously, being June 24th, which was Saturday, and this awesome black screen. So, as you can see right here on the welcome back screen, that's why I did it on the logout in screen, loot box and costumes announcement. So, big improvements coming to loot boxes in Marvel Heroes Omega, starting on June 30th, following our scheduled server maintenance. Players' chances of receiving costumes from loot boxes will improve substantially. In addition, new hero-specific ultimate upgrade tokens and experience tokens will also be included in the loot boxes. In case you missed it, boxes of 10, 25, and 50 Marvelous Essence were also recently added to loot boxes on June 13th. Players will earn one-time boxes at 5, 12, 15, and 30. Then one box for every level 60. These Marvelous loot boxes will be granted to players retroactively, which is great. With larger loot tables and improved drop rates coming soon, all loot boxes players should also expect changes to costume availability. This is the downside, so let's go ahead. I'm not going to keep reading it because that's kind of boring. And yes, I played Colossus on Twitch last night, so follow me, Jay Shockblast, on Twitch, because I might start popping up and streaming there every so often. So here we are in the store, and as you can see, last chance on individual costumes. What does that mean? Well, if you go into here, there's all these last chance flashing at us, so if you want Wiccan and you don't have Wiccan yet, you better buy him by June 30th, because after June 30th, the only way to get the Wiccan costume is going to be in loot boxes. That is right. Loot boxes are here to stay, and they are going to be the only way that you can attain costumes in Marvel Heroes Omega. You will no longer be able to buy the costumes a la carte. So if you have a certain specific costume that you really want, you need to buy it before June 30th. And, you know, as you can see, I have purchased quite a few costumes. You know, I've bought this Moon Knight, I bought the Phoenix Forest Magic.
I spent some time with Red Hulk, and I have to say,
what else have I purchased?
Much more fun
I
than
purchased, you know, Deadpool the Kid. I've also purchased the Nova. Whoops.
We got a lot of ground to cover. No more delays.
I've also purchased Nova's Black Vortex for Sam Alexander. So, you know, I'm a costume purchaser. Now, another one also actually is Angela's 1602, which I love, 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 love. I'm a costume purchaser, and I also understand I might be a unicorn. Unicorns obviously are rare, and I might be the one that's rare. As we sit here just in this basic lobby right now, I can only see 2 people rocking alternate costumes that were not starter costumes or costumes that were part of a set. And as you kind of see through the game, people are not buying costumes. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm like, I don't know what the expression I want to use is, but I'm not carrying water for gazillion. Okay, that's one thing that always concerns me, because you know what, they do feature me quite often, and trust me, that is not something I want to end. I love the fact that, you know, they appreciate the work that I do, and they feature me quite often. I also love the fact that they've given me codes both for myself and to give away to you guys. And to be completely honest with you, I want them to continue to doing so. So there's a part of me that doesn't want to rock the boat, but at the same time, I'm a consumer like all of you guys. I've probably spent over $2,000 on this game, PC and console. Not collectively, not like individually for each one. And I've spent a lot of money on the console version. I'm going to spend more money on the Xbox One version. I just want what's fair for everybody, and I don't want to advocate for a game and try to convince people, yes, you should buy something, if I feel like it's unfair. So a couple things that Asros brought up yesterday, because as you could expect, anytime somebody says, hey, there's this thing that everybody hates, and I know you guys are asking us to take costumes out of that thing you all hate, but guess what? We're going to do the opposite. We're going to put all the costumes in it, and that's the only way you can get them, okay? So people freaked out, and I'm not going to lie, I was one of them. I will always state my case. The thing that you need to remember is you have to be respectful. You cannot say things rudely or... I mean, these guys, like Asros and KomoriMan, like, they're awesome. Like, they don't hide behind saying things. Although, you know, releasing the statement at, like, 10 o'clock Eastern time on a Friday, it's kind of Trumpish. But, you know, that's the way the game goes sometimes. But, anyway, you know, sorry. it's information dumps on a late Friday are not, I don't know. It's a worldwide game. Everybody saw it. It's kind of like throwing it out there at the easiest, best possible time. I digress, okay? So, Astro's cleared up some things, and the original post, I was concerned. I'm like, look, the loot boxes are the worst part about the game right now. All right, I understand RNG is a thing. Overwatch made it a thing. But Overwatch makes their boxes valuable. I don't even play Overwatch much, but I never think twice about spending $20 on like 22 boxes in Overwatch. Like, whenever they have like a new season or whatever, and I want to see if I can get a rare 2 costumes, because I know when I spend $20 in Overwatch on boxes, I'm going to walk out of that with at least 7 costumes, maybe more. If I spend $20 in Marvel Heroes Omega as presently constituted, I won't even get enough to buy half of a costume. Like, and the thought of actually unlocking a costume is crazy. I don't know the exact number of loot boxes I've purchased at this point, but it's probably around 100, somewhere between 80 and 100, maybe as high as 120, I don't know. I currently, as you can see, have 130 Marvelous Essence. And part of what I was looking to do is I was looking... I really love this Iceman Age of Apocalypse. And I kind of wanted to buy that, but I also really wanted the Iron Spider-Man. Now, they are adding a Spider-Man Homecoming costume soon, and Spider-Gwen. So I'm saving my essence because I really want Spider-Gwen, and I really want the newer Spider-Man Homecomings. And they'll have an actual Homecoming box, by the way. So you'll have better odds of getting them that way. So, a couple of things. Starting with this update, there will be gameplay methods to acquire loot boxes. This is from Asros. You'll be granted you reach certain milestones, leveling, for example, and over time we'll be adding more ways to earn them. So, retroactively, for each character that I think I saw 5, 12, 5, 10, 15, and 30, I think. So we should be getting 4 boxes per character that you have at those levels, okay? So, as you can see, I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 characters at level 62 that are prestige. So that's 11 characters I should be getting about 4 loot boxes each for. So that's a huge start right there, just for playing the game. And I don't know if these loot boxes have a smaller chance at getting costumes and Marvelous Essence, but that is a start. And that's definitely something that, you know, I think everybody will be happy about. In the current boxes, all 12 costumes are the rarest tier items. We have changed that to spread the majority of them down to the common tiers, so you'll be seeing them more than you have been before. However, dupe values of Essence are not all the same now. Lower rarity costumes will grant less Essence, since you'll be getting them more often. So that's another thing. They're saying that, you know, you're going to basically be getting more costumes more often, and because there's different rarity tiers. Now, if you want a costume that's super rare, you might end up having to save up your essence to buy them, but it sounds like we're going to earn essence for cashing in on duplicate costumes, which is fine. The Marvelous loot box will be getting a revision every 2 months or so, and there will almost always be a second rotating thematic loot box that we're planning to change every few weeks. The net result is far more costumes available over time. All boxes will use the same currency. So if you have Essence stockpiled, you can get newly released costumes day one from the vendor. We're also working to allow purchase of costumes straight from the roster and store with dust. So you can bypass the vendor if you choose. I don't know what that means. So what that essentially means, though, is the Spider-Man Homecoming box. We're going to have, you know, and it leaked in the store apparently while I was at E3. You're going to have multiple kinds of loot boxes. These are the Marvelous ones. And then you're also going to have a Spider-Man Homecoming, you know, box for a couple weeks. And then it's going to shift maybe to Thor. And then it'll shift maybe to, you know, fall costumes. I don't know. I'm just, like, making stuff up. So the last thing that Astros said, and this, he actually quoted my tweet on Twitter, because I said, you know, my concern is I don't have a problem spending money on this game, and I was spending $20 a week on this game for a long time, like multiple years. I felt like every paycheck I was spending at least $20. So the biggest concern that I had is that the value for what we are getting in the current boxes is terrible. And I need to see what the value is before I can really give it my endorsement. So he said, my number one focus right now is to make these boxes feel awesome to players. I'm 100% committed to reading and considering feedback from you all. We have some new tech in the works for costumes to make them even cooler that I can't wait to share with you. So I'm going to be honest, like, he put a lot of my fears at ease. And I'm in wait and see mode. I still want to be able to buy my costumes when I want to buy them, but it sounds like I don't have a problem buying loot boxes. Like, that's fine. Just make sure what I'm getting is fair value. And to me, fair value is if I spend $10 on 5 loot boxes, I expect at least 1 costume and 5 random full boosts. Like, as long as you can guarantee me 1 costume and those 5 random boosts for $10, I'm happy. Like, and maybe I'm alone in that, but I think that's moderately fair. Now, I say that considering that you were able to get like 7 costumes for $20 in Overwatch, and they have less characters. But I mean, if we could start there and move up, I don't know that I'll have as big an issue. As it stands now, I only have 2 costumes that I have unlocked as part of loot boxes, and one of them is the Civil War movie Ant-Man that I used Marvelous Essence for, and the other one is the only one that I've actually unlocked, and that is Iron Man. Where is he? There he is. Iron Man, and it's the shotgun armor. So I could care less about this costume, honestly. Those are the only 2 I've unlocked. Obviously, I have 130 Marvelous Essence, and for all of that, that's like $100 worth of Marvelous loot boxes for 3 costumes, essentially. So I need way better odds than that. I need way better RNG than that. And you know, Asros did say on Twitter, hey, RNG is going to RNG. You know, I can't guarantee you anything, but that's more in line with what we can expect. So if that's the case, I'm going to wait and see. But as it stands, you have exactly 5 days to buy the costumes you want. If there's a costume that you want in the store, buy it now. Because on June 30th, your option to do so is going to go away. So I know that people are going to be concerned. There's really not much we can do. They're doing this, and you know, there's like 15 pages of pushback and people like slowly coming to terms with it on the forum. So we'll see. I think it's going to be okay. I think we're going to be fine. If anything, people might actually have an opportunity for more costumes now. What do you guys think? Be respectful. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see ya.